Again, we're back. This is Phil Biedron with Ken Sanders. And to follow up, we were mentioning independence, and I know that you have a long career as an independent producer, not under any studio head. So I would like to ask you, what are the advantages of starting your own production company, being independent versus working under studios?
Well, I think the main advantage is that you have probably a little more artistic freedom. I've been very fortunate in that I've been able to make a lot of films, but I've been able to make a lot of films that I cared about and that were films that I was really interested in and that were ideas that I came up with. So I've been able to follow my own passions in a sense as a writer and as a filmmaker, and I've been able to not only do it at the writing stage, but then when it comes to the production stage, you know, to be able to control that to a certain degree by you know, producing the films. I mean, I think that's what ultimately drew me to the producer role. The producer is the one that has sort of the big vision and then sort of organizes it and pulls it all together, but never losing sight of the big vision. So that was sort of where I felt I belonged in the business. That was my niche, and being able to have those ideas and to see those ideas from that one-word pitch or however it started and seeing it through to a completed film was something that I wanted to do. At a studio level, you know, it's much more bureaucratic. There are a lot more people involved. It's not to say that it's a bad thing. But for someone to be in a position to make a lot of films and to do it and to be able to do what they want to do is much harder at a studio level. Now, you know, you probably get paid more money, but you know, there's a trade-off, right? You know, and for me, I enjoy telling the stories that I want to tell, and my little independent production company and my independent status within the business allows me to do that.
What would be a benefit, besides the extra income, of going with the studio?
Well, probably wider exposure. I mean, now that's not to say that my little films haven't been seen. They've been seen all over the world, but you know, it doesn't have the benefit of a studio film that is, you know, advertised on billboards all over the world and you know, TV commercials and all of this. You know, you get a higher profile, you get a wider exposure. You know, and in the minds of a lot of people, I suppose, they would think of a studio film as a sort of a more elevated a product. And that's fine, but that hasn't really been the thing that has ever driven me. I've never aspired to that. I've just wanted to tell my little stories that interested me and to have fun doing it and to work with the people I want to work with and to ultimately be successful at it, which means that you have to always be aware of the marketplace and be aware of who's going to buy that film and, you know, make sure that the end buyer is going to have what they need. But you can do these two things. You can serve the marketplace and at the same time follow your own bliss, so to speak. And that's what I've been trying to do here for the past few years.
Well, you seem to be quite successful at it. You found your market, you find your buyers, and it seems that you are feeding your soul creatively and, of course, you know, working, you know, which is definitely excellent.
It's a good thing.
Good thing to do. So you see yourself going down this trajectory for a while. There's no doubt in your mind you're going to continue with this production company, which looks to me like it is always ramping up and always progressing.
Well, yeah, sure. I started Shadowland a few years ago.
Shadowland is the name of your production.
Is the name of the production company, and we've been very fortunate at you know, our output was very modest to begin with, but we've been able to ramp it up and to make multiple films a year, and and plan on doing that for the foreseeable future. And listen, you know, you always think, well, we'd like to do some bigger films down the road, and we're always looking for opportunities to do that. So, you know, I think there's opportunity for growth. I would potentially like to be involved perhaps in TV series production at some point. So, I mean, you never know, that might happen. But I am very happy and satisfied with where we are now, for sure.
Oh, great. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.